What is up, guys? It is King of Underworld here, introducing us to the sixth part, I believe, of the Cultured podcast. Today I've got the boys, Brown Fiend, Shadow Critias, as well as Finisher. I'll let Crowns introduce himself first.
What's up, you fucking ingrates? It is your Emperor, the Crown Fiend, and here we are again with the Council of Culture in this Cultured podcast. As we all know, anyone who watches this is a member of the cultured community. We know what is the taste of exquisite anime, manga, shmentai, you name it, the cultural stuff that is sweeping the world. So that's me. Let's get into this shit. Shadow.
Yep.
Yo, what is poppin', my Shadow armies? Your boy Shadow Critias is back in the house. Boy, I ain't gonna waste no time. Let's just get this party started.
Alright, Finisher.
Yo, it's me, Finisher. What's going on, you sexy ass motherfuckers? And yeah, that's it. Really all I gotta say. My bitch ass motherfuckers, swear.
Alright. One note I gotta say before we get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast is, once in the past several days we've had a few complaints and things that need to get set clear right now. Anybody who wishes to join the podcast must have three requirements. Be a content creator, so actually post videos, not just have an account on YouTube. Ask both Crown and I, which we can be found on the Discord, so you message both of us, not just one. And the third is to actually either be active or actually talk to us and not just go, hey, I just want to join for fun. This is a fun thing, but it's a fun thing with friends, and it's not just hey, how are you, that kind of thing. This is with the homies. You can't just go, oh, this sounds like something fun. Let's just fuck around for a bit.
No
So
random.
that's just one thing I want to address.
And
Yeah.
to just reinforce what he's saying, all those are correct. You have to be approved by two people, me and Underworld. You just can't jump in here and thinking, oh, you know what? I'll just hit up one of these guys and I'll just sneak past the other one. No, that ain't how this shit works. We talk about this podcast all fucking week, and then when we get here to where we can actually record this shit, we take this very seriously, because this, at the end of the day, it is something that we're putting out, and it takes a lot of time and planning, and we have to work with everybody's time zones. And that's a lot harder when you got people in different areas with different time zones. So in order to address that, we have to plan ahead. So don't go in here thinking, oh, what, I'll just get in here last minute shit. It won't affect nothing. It'll affect everything. This isn't something that you can just say, you know what, I'm going to do this. Like, for whatever your reason, if you just want to be on the podcast, shit around with us, or if you're expecting to get any type of clout from this. I mean, what type of clout do you expect to get from this? Nothing. Let's be honest.
We're here talking about anime titties. Like, you think you're gonna be popular after that shit?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. But anyways, because I get people hitting me up to be a part of the podcast every time, and then when I ask, did you hit up Underworld? No. That's part of the fucking.
I didn't hit up Underworld.
And if you're not popping up and actually talking in the Discord, we're not even gonna consider you, because you can't even be asked to talk to and interact with the community, and yet you want to come on this podcast, which is for the community. This is for our people. This is for you guys to look at, laugh, have a good time, and just take a break from whatever bullshit's going on in your head, to just say, hey, this is funny. I can laugh at this shit. Or, oh, cool, this is what's happening. Or, oh, all right, yeah, that type of shit. We don't take shit seriously here, but we do take it seriously when people think that they can just jump in here whenever they want, because that's something that, it doesn't just piss me off. It pisses off Underworld, pisses off Shadow, pisses off Finisher, anybody who's already a pre-established member of this podcast.
For
I
real.
mean, it kind of hurts my
Recommendo.
feeling when everybody just forgets about me.
Man, I hate being left in the dark, bro. That's what you are. That's what they
For
do to you,
real,
bro.
though.
They start leaving you in the dark. I swear.
For real. But anyway,
Literally, the co-founder.
no, me and you finished. You're a co-founder. Me and Prince, we founded this shit just one day because we were bored and we needed a video for both our channels, and we said, podcast. Let's make this fun for people. And then Finisher helped improve it. Shadow's been helping to improve it. Hollow does whenever he's on here. So it does it takes everyone's cooperation and help to build this up to where we're at. But with this one, Underworld's going to be running the show on this podcast. I normally do it, but it's going to be Underworld because this is me showing you guys to reinforce this isn't just me. He is equal party of this podcast is me. Me and him, we do this 50-50. All right. So to show you guys that he's taking control of this podcast today, I'm not undermining any shit. So Underworld, take it away.
All right. Now, I'm sure all of you banging your heads be like, oh, we didn't do this. So let's just get on to our first topic. So our first topic that we like to talk about was what comic/manga would you want to be seen adapted into either a movie or an anime? Or even just a series in general. So I'll let Crown Fiend take over on his one because he was very excited to talk about this one.
So the one that I would actually want to see get an animated movie or maybe even a little animated series, whatever. I think it'd be better as a movie, but it would be the comic series, Hawkeye: My Life as a Weapon. They kind of, adapted some shit into the Avengers game, but come on now, Avengers game, nah, fam. But it would be an interesting deal. It'd give Hawkeye his own movie for a change, and not be a supporting character, and people could actually see how great of a character Hawkeye actually is. Because I know people think he's, useless, just a throwaway character. He's not. He is an amazing character. He's good enough to get his own comic series. So, yeah, not a whole lot of characters get their own comic series. And Hawkeye has a lot of stuff that he actually deals with because people think he's just like a sarcastic asshole that cracks jokes. He's actually not. He's a very serious type character who'll crack jokes occasionally, but he has a lot of self-doubt because in his mind, he's on a team with gods, monsters, superpower geniuses, and he's just a guy with a bow. So it's really interesting to see that, and I really do like seeing where it goes with that because that comic is amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that one. So whoever wants to go next.
All right. Mine's a bit longer, so I'd say Shadow. You say yours.
There's one Marvel that I hope it does get into, not in animated, but in a live action. But I don't want it in a crossover movie. I want its own separate film, which is the beginning origin story about Miles Morales become the new Ultimate Spider-Man, because Miles Morales is like one of my favorite Spider-Man than Peter Parker in general, because I still have the comic when I had it first in my middle school year. I still have it to this day, and his story does ties in during before and after Peter Parker's death. So I want to see like a live action version of that into reality, because I always ask, I want a live action movie of Miles Morales, because everyone always keeps focusing about Peter Parker. Peter Parker. It's just getting to the point of it annoying and it started pissing me off, because there's other Spider-Man out there than just Peter Parker. There's Miles Morales. There's Gwen Stacy. There is pretty much all of them. You can make any type of spin-off movie of other Spider-Man than just Peter Parker. So pretty much that's one thing I really want to see in live action is Miles Morales. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say at this point.
Alright then. Did you have one finisher, or shall I just go on to mine?
No, I didn't have one.
Alright. So, I technically have 3, but 2 to actually talk about that aren't adapted, because I just found out about 20 minutes before we started this, that, oh shit, this shit's getting animated, but I'll talk about the one that's going to get animated first, because I just want to get my thoughts on it before I talk about my other 2 series, because I'm more of a manga guy. I've never been a big comic book reader. I've known all about the MCU and the DCU, so I'm just going to give my 2 cents on my manga side, because, I mean, it kind of fits me more than anything else. Is that I found out that Solo Leveling was going to get an adaptation, and I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. This crown, well, very, very, told me with some excitement. And we were having a bit of a discussion.
We were.
Like, feel free to talk as well in this, because I'm giving my 2 cents, but we can also talk about.
Yeah, we were going on about saying which studio should have been chosen to handle it. Like Underworld thinks it's pretty in good hands, and I'm like, I just wish Ufotable would have been given it because it just has more resources to do it right, and it won't end up like a God of High School situation. So that's my biggest concern.
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't end up like God of High School. I reckon they're probably going to push Attack on Titan into I'm guessing either the spring, or they're probably going to push it into the winter or fall.
I think it might come
Because
same year because Tokyo Ghoul, like it appeared same year. Like the first part of Re and then second part of Re same year.
I mean, oh well, it said it was going to be in 2022, so
Okay, yeah, that I probably think it's like January, maybe.
yeah, possibly. Anyway, we found out the studio that was going to be animating was Mappa, and at first we were just going on like, oh, Mappa, well, what have they done? And they've actually done some pretty good stuff. They recently did JJK as well as Attack on Titan season 4 part 1. Fucking Christ! Or would you want to add a fucking number 49 to that one?
No, I'm like the whole reason why I'm not really good with Mappa is Madhouse, the Madhouse curse. And not only that, but you know, some of the animes that they've done just uh, I'm just saying like they have a very limited staff. Like they only got like 200 people. And that's something that kind of concerns me because studios with bigger deals this is like one that Arifureta, it was presumably pushed back because its studio didn't have the people to focus on it and ReZero. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking may happen. Like if they're in it and then they need to get another series up and going, they might try and rush it. That's my biggest concern because smaller studios
Yeah.
don't have all the resources and luxuries that bigger ones do.
And well, I was saying that Mappa is smaller than like Studio Bones or Silverlink. It's still pretty good for still quite impressive for what they've done. But I reckon that
there's no doubt about that. Like there are good.
I reckon I reckon what they did wrong with what they did with God of High School, especially with the manhwa, is that manhwa is very different. It's very different in how it's paced. Depending on what series it is, like God of High School especially, that shit's fucking long. I'm pretty sure last time I checked it was over 500 chapters long. And it was not slowing down. And because of that, its story is very quick while also being very slow, in a sense. So the actual series of events is very quick, so yeah. Because they had all the fighting, especially in the first half, and then all of a sudden it went to, oh, let's kick this guy's ass because he has with a borrowed power, and now he's a god. That kind of shit. That took over like 200 chapters to build up to, and that's why it felt often. That's why it felt very rushed, even though the animation was still pretty good for what it was.
Pacing is key. Pacing is always key. Swear.
Yeah.
It really
Because if
is.
the pacing's bad, it's just ruins the whole series feel.
Yeah, and after Underworld like wraps up, like, that's a perfect transition to one of our next topics.
Hmm.
One thing I'm quite confident on with Solo Leveling is that it doesn't have as much of an issue with pacing since it doesn't have such a big story. It's not even hit. It's I think it's around about over 100 and under 200 chapters. I could be
Yeah,
wrong
it
again,
is.
but
Yeah, it's under that. So.
It's on
so it's
chapter. I think I have somewhere around
it's like
chapter
190.
146, 147.
Yeah. So it's not a very. It's been running for a while, but it's not, and it's got a big story in that chapters, and that's like a manga. So that's like the closest we're going to get to a slowed down pace, while also getting a good anime. If they can adapt that kind of pacing into the show, it'll be good. But now to talk about two things that I definitely know that everybody else can't give opinions on, and especially stuff I like to geek out about. There's two shows I'm pretty sure are very infamous. Well, one's infamous because it is also a manhwa. There's one also infamous because it's actually a manga. I'll go into the manhwa first because not many people care about that and get out the way first. The first one I found was a series called Beginning After the End, which is kind of like an isekai, because I'm an isekai junkie when I first started reading manga, but I found this one was a bit different. It was sort of like Arifureta in a sense, except it had more of a character building in the start, and it built up to certain points in the story. Because I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically Arthur he kind of got kicked in the dick by life. Basically, he was a king and he got turned into a little boy as he was reincarnated. You know, the whole isekai trope. Then he finds himself in an accident where he falls down, gets separated from his family, and then has to try and live out on his own until he gets reunited with them. And basically along that path, there was some very serious events that happened that kind of make you go, "Oh fuck yeah, kill him," or just like go, "Oh my god, that's so sad." It's very hard to try and describe something without going into details of the story.
I, I feel like I've heard of that. Yeah, I did. I have.
Yeah, it's a very famous one. I think it was one of the. It's up there in very popular. But the second one is people would call a knockoff of Slime, but it's called Remonster.
Ooh, Remonster's
Which
actually pretty fucking good.
it is really fucking good. Because it is similar to Slime in the aspect of, oh yeah, he gets more powerful the more shit he eats. But
The way they go about it's completely different.
yeah, instead of
It's a lot more brutal than Slime is.
yeah, it's quite brutal actually, because instead of just doing, oh, we're gonna build a whole nation, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna build up my fucking tribe. I'm gonna do that any means possible, no matter who I have to kill.
I mean, there might be a what if over Remonster pretty soon anyway. So.
Oh, if that didn't come into your head after I wrote that shit down.
Oh no, I was actually reading Weird Monster, and I was like, you know what, this could be a good what if. But seeing that animated would just hit different, I swear.
Yeah, I really want to see that animated as well as Beginning After the End, because the best way I can describe Beginning After the End, and quickly before I describe how I'd see Remonster being, is that it's one of those stories where you really want to see the character just murder everybody that wronged him, or basically just get the girl in the end. One of those stories where it's like, just fucking kill him already, and it just tags you along, and when it finally happens, it's just like that nut you never know you had but you needed.
Oh yeah, literally, like kind of how if those of us who actually read Arifureta feel about Hajime whenever he finally kills something. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, But Remonster is definitely a good series for what it is. I would recommend people go read it because I think it's only like what, under 100 chapters.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
under.
broken up into about, I think, like every chapter is around about 2 different sub chapters. It's hard to explain, but basically they have 85.5 or then 90. So yeah. But anyway, transitioning into the next topic, two shows that we will never watch that's coming out or people are very hyped over, but you just don't want to watch.
Yeah, I think Shadow should probably go first since he's the more enthusiastic about that than us.
Yeah. Okay, I do have two, but these came out way back. But this, since they still haven't to this day, but I'm not gonna watch them because it's just not my type of anime. Because I'm just not that too interested. Uh, the first one is that anything that involves mecha, I just can't. Because in my point of view, in my opinion, it feels like a rip-off version of Transformers. I'm sorry, I don't care what people have to say about it. It's just a rip-off version, or even rip-off version of Power Rangers or Voltron or something like that. It's just not my taste. And the second one is I only seen 2 episodes of this when I was when it dropped on air in English dub when I was young, I guess. I don't know how old it was. I don't remember how old was I when they released it, which is Attack on Titan. I just didn't care. The music was terrible. I just can't stand with the characters. The story of it didn't make no fucking sense for me, so I am not watching Attack on Titan. I just want the damn thing just in it already and just let it burn into the ground. I honestly don't give a fuck about Attack on Titan.
Oh, I can hear subscribers being lost already.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very controversial, my friend.
My guy, I am of the opposite opinion. Some mecha I will not watch because it's shitty, but I will always watch Gundam. Okay. Gundam is mecha done right. Gurren Lagann was amazing as well. And those are probably 2 series of mecha that I like, besides Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. Like, you know that's fucking heat, and it's
That was
considered a mecha tag as well. So it
Yeah,
is
see, those kinds of shows just they have mecha tag on them, but you don't really focus on the mecha.
no,
yeah.
you don't, but that's just because it's mecha done right. And another deal about Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is in the early chapters, like it's pretty difficult to get into at the very beginning if you're not really having an open mind to it. But um, the first season actually did have some good music to it. Besides that, like the first opening of Attack on Titan, come on, you tell me that did not hit.
It did hit.
It
I mean,
did.
everybody just be trying to fucking sing along to it and say da 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 da.
They threw
Yeah, God.
they threw in some fucking German words in there too, so it was a fucking amazing one. And the story of Attack on Titan, like as it goes, it starts to make sense with a lot of things. Because at the beginning, you have to build up a lot of mysteries and shit that doesn't make sense. And then when you go along, it starts filling in everything, and the whole story makes sense when you look back on it.
God, the amount of fucking theories and shit you just see, or it's like possible what it like how would this happen? It's
Yeah,
like the amount of shit that I've seen over the years about Attack on Titans, like what
yeah.
is the Warhammer Titan or that kind of shit.
There's a lot of fucking theories, my guy.
Hell, there's still some theories that
On
people
how
are trying to solve even as it's ended.
it's not ended yet. We still have one last chapter.
Yeah, but pretty much it's they're gonna try and they're still trying to piece together puzzles. So they
Oh,
don't know.
but the last chapter has to tie everything up, or else it's just going to be one of those that it could have been great, but not like. No matter what, the final chapter of Attack on Titan is going to be the most controversial chapter in the entire history of Attack on Titan.
Hell, even
Yeah.
manga if it's that bad.
Oh, yeah. If it's really shitty and like, gosh, ooh, Oh shit! I'm just telling you now. Attack on Titan fans will never recover. That
Oh
man.
god, they're gonna be so butthurt.
Oh, they're gonna be sending death threats. I can already tell.
Man, I hate that part of every
gonna be-
community.
Every community I hate, especially the MHA community. I fucking hate
Well,
that
the
shit.
MHA community is so fucking toxic.
Okay, yeah. If you run into a person that calls it Boku no Hero Academia, those are the type of people you need to run away from. Don't even associate with them.
Stay
Like,
away from them motherfuckers, I
no.
swear.
If they call it My Hero
Unreal.
Academia, you're most likely talking to a normal person.
Yeah.
Oh, do you
Bro, they
watch
be
My Hero Academia
stands
and then you're
all
like,
up in that shit. Oh my gosh.
oh god, if you just go up to somebody who's like, and they're wearing a shirt and it's like, oh, do you watch My Hero Academia? It's like, oh, do you mean Boku no Hero? I'm like, okay, get the fuck away from me.
Hey yo, shut the
That-
fuck up, bro. It's My Hero
that's why
Academia. Get it
I just turn away. I'm just like, no. Okay, so.
Nope.
I
Every
give no Boku
community
no
has that
fucks,
part.
motherfucker.
Boku no fucks.
Shit.
Yeah.
But
What about you, Crown? What wouldn't you consider watching?
That's a tough one. I will not watch Berserk if it's 3D animated. That's a fucking. I will not watch it. I will not. I don't give a fuck. I will. No matter how much I look forward to it, how epic the scene may be, if it's 3D, I will not watch it. I do not like 3D animation. Get that shit out of here. Fuck off with that
Yeah.
shit.
3D can give people a fucking headache.
Like,
3D's ass.
fuck, I swear. Anything that's fully 3D animated, get the fuck out of here.
Get
I
In the
want-
great words of Alucard, no, 3D was a stupid fucking gimmick and everybody knows it.
Indeed.
Real.
Oh gosh, 3D makes me want to go fucking Father Alexander Anderson on people. I swear.
Uh,
For real.
Repent for your sins, bitches.
Oh god.
Finisher, what about you, man? What's something you will never
I'm not.
watch?
I'm not really opposed to watching anything. I'm that type of guy who's just if I like the story enough, I'll watch it.
Oh.
That's the type of person.
This man has no standards.
For real.
Hey. I've watched a lot of shit. I never liked the animation, but the story was good. And that's what helped me start branching out to other things as well.
Is that what helped you justify it?
No, I'm not justifying anything. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I'm just trying to fuck around with you, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny though. But no, I agree. I did watch the 3D Berserk movies. I hated the art style, but the story was good, so
Yeah.
I did watch it. But after that, I was just like, no, never again. Never again.
I gotta bleach my eyes now.
I had to. Not literally, or else I'd be fucking blind. But
Yeah.
Oh god.
so Underworld, you got anything?
I mean, I always just didn't like shit that had bad like animation, or that I used to. A fun fact: a lot of the fucking shows that I hated at first, were the shows that I love now because whenever this was like when I started watching anime very seriously, like I actually tried to get into the bigger series. I could not get into like Bleach, and I actually hated My Hero Academia. Because I saw that shit plastered everywhere, and it's like everywhere I go, I'm like top 10 fight scenes, and I just see, and I'm like, okay, let's see what kind of animation will we get. It's just a pitch, and it's just the fucking scene where All Might versus the Nomi. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! And I started watching it. Then I started fucking watching. I'm like, this shit's actually pretty good. And I kid you not, all the shit that I like now, I hated at first.
Oh, it'd be like that sometimes. Although some things that I did like, I now hate. So I'm not that big on Dragon Ball anymore. I actually have a bit of a disdain towards Dragon Ball in a sense. So
Why?
I mean,
why?
I definitely.
I guess why would kind of be It's just the same fucking format. Oh, Goku gets a new level. Okay, cool. Oh, now Piccolo's a useless bitch. All right, fuck it. Not like I like that character anyway. Now he's just gonna be used as like a plot device to amp up everybody to Goku stats. Oh shit, Vegeta's about to get a moment. Shit, I might actually come back to this shit. Oh no, he just get fucking cucked in the end. Fuck you. Fuck that shit. I get that he's the main
Mega.
character and everything, but Goku gets like just so much fucking bullshit out of every fucking writing. It just made me hate Dragon Ball in a way because Krillin was a fucking badass. Imagine if Krillin actually stayed competitive with Goku. Imagine the fucking difference it would be. Like they just have it to where, oh yeah, Goku's too high up. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna give up. Bitch, no, get your ass back in that training session. Like,
I mean, that motherfucker stayed on par with Super Saiyan Goku in Super. And
Super.
like,
That's just a fucking plot convenience deal right there. It's just something to make it seem overly flashy and shit, but realistically, he wouldn't even be able to touch Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
oh no, it wasn't Super Saiyan Blue, just Super Saiyan in general. Like,
It was Super Saiyan.
technically, we're gonna be like, you didn't even have to even go into Blue because technically, base form Goku, according to like, if you did all the Zenkais and shit, every time fucking Saiyan gets their ass beat, whatever the power level they reached becomes their base.
Yeah. Not
So
only that,
if
I mean,
yeah.
like, if that's honestly the case, Goku should just be able to fucking shout and kill Krillin at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, Krillin was able to fucking keep up with that shit, and it's like, damn, so this is the same bitch that got slapped through Karma House 23 times.
Oh god, yeah. I just hate
23
how they treat all the side characters that we grew accustomed to and fucking liked and all that shit, and it just turned into the Goku and Vegeta show. Like,
Yeah,
we already know Namekians can get like God Key shit like that. Like, God Key's not just locked to Saiyans or other people. Like, having the other characters trained to reach the level of God Key to be able to at least protect their planet and not get fucking bitched out would be so fucking cool. And I mean, you know how much fucking content you could sell with that shit? The
God
fucking
much
destructive
yeah.
Krillin. I swear, bro.
the fucking not even that, but God fucking form Piccolo in actual canon.
That would
Come on.
look fire. That would look
A lot
fire.
of people, a lot of people want that more than the other side character. They want Namekian God Piccolo. I mean, and that's become a thing. Like I don't know, back in if I had to guess, like 2016 or 17.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with Heroes. Heroes started giving people what they actually wanted to see, and
Yeah.
that's how it became so popular. But if they would just incorporate a little bit more like creativity with other characters, I might go back to it. But as for right now, it's just the Goku Vegeta show, and I don't give a fuck about it.
yeah. Anyway, to things I wouldn't watch besides me just saying, oh, all the shit I like now I fucking hated. ReZero and Promised Neverland, I'm not fucking watching it. I don't care how fucking good Promised Neverland or ReZero is, it's fucking shit.
It's fucking shit.
I'm of the same mindset.
It's like, and here's the thing, I love fucking isekai. Like, I'm an isekai junkie. And you know it's bad when I say I do not want to fucking watch or read ReZero.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to see a guy get cut 24/7, I might as well just go watch my dad, okay? But seriously, but seriously, I do not. And when you have everybody going like, "Oh, but Promised Neverland is so good," I'm like, "Oh, I didn't follow the fucking manga, so it can go fuck itself." And it's about kids that can't even fucking find their nose.
Damn.
So I ain't
going
following
in.
that shit, and I'm never planning to do it. So that's just my 2 cents. Fucking hate me with whatever you do. Honestly, Promised Neverland overhyped. ReZero just shit, but it's just in. Oh my god, I got a season 2, and it's like,
Are
and
you sure with that? Like, really? Come
and
on
it's
now.
just there's so many better things that they could be put on the fucking front page, and it's like, Zero, I'm like, fucking hell. This guy's just being a simp. His whole story type is he's a simp.
Yeah. Here is one thing that I do want to talk about, and this is gonna like change topics completely. But I feel like Finisher's gonna have a few words to say on this as well.
Yes.
That is like Record of Ragnarok being tied to Netflix.
Oh boy, that can either work out very good or very bad.
Well, I'm
Yes,
not
definitely.
inspired with confidence for anything
No.
after season 1 or 2 because of what they did to Baki and Kangen.
Like my
So,
standards are set really, really fucking low right now. Alright?
yeah.
My standards are set really low.
And they
So
gave
that even if something bad does come out, I'm not gonna be surprised. But if it's bad, I'm gonna be really pissed because the fights in
they
Record of Ragnarok are just too good to not be
they
executed well.
they are. And didn't you notice like they actually did a breast reduction on Aphrodite?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a huge fucking breast reduction on her, but they still have
Excuse me?
yeah, like you know how you have like a large majority of guys just holding her fucking tits?
Yeah.
Apparently now it's just one person holding up each tit.
Ooh.
It's just fucking meat ski all over again.
It is like if a character is drawn a certain way, animate the
Keep
character
it.
to a T. To a fucking T, my guy. That is your job. It's not your job to take creative liberties with differentiating characters, giving them reductions or additions or anything like that. No, it is your job to keep the characters the way they are first originally conceived. Like conceived
Nope.
and put to the manga. You keep it T to T. Like, don't take no creative liberties because let me tell you, it's shit.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
Promised Neverland Season 2.
Yeah, we also have a bunch of fucking bullshit that went down. Ruined the whole goddamn anime. So, Netflix, fuck you. Give Record of Ragnarok, Kengan, and Baki to some people who actually know what the fuck they're doing with it.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck up
Because it
out of
would
here.
have gotten more traction if the animation was just crisp.
It would have been more traction if it was on Crunchyroll, Funimation, Verve, something that's more accessible and doesn't charge people an arm and a fucking leg for just one fucking show or shit. Like, come on now.
Man,
Any
Netflix be
anime
ruining
that's
their shit.
any anime that's locked behind Netflix is just doomed to die.
True.
It won't even get a proper fucking deal. And they fucking got Kuroko no Basket and gave it an English dub, and I'm just like, no, I'm not a fan. It was perfect. Why'd you go and fuck it up?
Wait, oh, that's right. They did put Kuroko no Basket on it.
And gave it a fucking English dub, and I hate it.
I mean,
They fucked up the voices.
they should have just. They don't
And
know what they're doing sometimes.
they even fuck up the name pronunciations. They call fucking Aomi Daiki fucking Anomi.
Huh.
What the fuck? Gosh damn.
Sometimes it's just why.
It is
They're
just
trying to make it their own, but they can't.
no. And if they added Kuroko no Basket, why the fuck didn't they put the movie on there too? Like, come on now.
Yeah, like I mean that was kind of like the biggest fucking thing for Kuroko no Baskets when they added the movie.
It's the movie. It's like the last game. Come on now. God, it pisses me off. Any anime that goes to Netflix is doomed to die. It'll never be done justice, and that's just a fact. You cannot change my mind on that.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot of people first got introduced to Hunter x Hunter through Netflix, and they didn't even put the continuation of that on there. No, after the fucking, they cut the Chimera Ant arc in half. Like, there's over half of the Chimera Ant arc that's not on Netflix.
It's like people it's like what they did with fucking Fairy Tail. They only put like the first season on there, and that's like the worst one.
Yeah, I mean, so many people just got fucked over, and they think that that's the
They got
ending, so they
finessed.
don't go and watch any more of it.
Yeah,
So
literally got finessed, bro. They got finessed.
I hate that. And Netflix is the worst when it comes to cutting content.
Yeah.
They cut so much fucking content out of Kangen, a character that is very important, and the Kangen's not even in there, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, goodbye. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh.
They
They ruin a lot of things, and it's sad.
They do. It really is sad. But, anyways, speaking of cut content, any of you guys got anything you want to talk about before I go on another rant with cut content in a certain anime?
Nope.
No, you can go ahead.
Arifureta cut content. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. After rewatching it and again after reading, because I watched the anime first and then went to the manga. Well, light novels, whatever. They cut so much fucking shit out of there. They cut so fucking much out. It's including how the fuck they got there in the first place. All right. The whole relationship deal between like the priest girl and fucking Hajime, which in my mind she's not important enough for me to even remember her name, so fuck that bitch. Uh, honestly, and they left out a huge fucking deal with the anime on, the guy that sends Hajime all the way down to the fucking dungeon down
Yep.
there. All right, so one character calls him out on his shit and blackmails him into doing that shit, and they just show like him just hurled over, smiling, and then the shadow, and that's it. I'm just like, that conversation's extremely important, and you've cut that
Plot
shit out.
holes. Plot holes. Swear.
And then the fucking reunion scene down there. The reunion scene was a lot different, and it was a lot darker. It wasn't as happy as the anime made it seem. Hajime literally put everyone on notice. Don't fuck with me, bitch. Like, even Hajime's whole fucking deal on making shit, just getting there. They even fucked up his fucking spear when it came to it, and the whole fucking look he had. He looked way more darker and demonic when he was doing that whole shit. Like, it was just so different, and I fucking hate it. I fucking hate that they did that shit. They cut so much content. Goblin Slayer has a lot of cut content from it.
Oh, Goblin Slayer, bro.
God, I think there's something wrong with that.
Wait, hold up.
ReZero has a lot of cut content from it as well.
Yeah, I'm
But
not surprised.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about ReZero though. But I mean, maybe if they added in the cut content, it might not suck as much as it does for me. So, no, well, I'm just never even gonna give it a chance anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much my take with cut content. Those are my two rants out of the way.
There was a Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie teaser trailer.
The
Oh yeah,
fuck?
there's Jujutsu Kaisen maybe coming out.
Oh yeah.
No. There was a teaser trailer, I think.
Let me look that up real quick. But while I look this up, you guys want to go ahead and talk about anime that you're highly anticipating coming up in this season?
What are the animes coming out again? I forgot.
I sent a link in the chat room so you guys can go to there and see it.
Let me check this out real quick.
And there's one thing I hope it comes out soon is that I want fucking part 6 of JoJo to come out.
Yeah, we all do, man. I want to see Jolene.
I just want to see fucking Jotaro with his new drip.
Oh yeah. Apparently there is. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie official trailer. 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I wonder what is it like, roughly based on, or did you not watch it yet?
I've
It's
not
the
watched
Zero.
It's Zero. It's like what happened before the events of Jujutsu Kaisen. This is a prequel thing.
Yeah. The main
So basically
character in
it's gonna be
Zero
like
is supposed to be the main character in JJK.
Yeah.
so it's
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
but
fire.
it's just gonna is this gonna focus on like what's his name, Gojo?
No. It's
no.
gonna focus on I forgot what his name was, but he was just introduced in the manga, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, he got name dropped by Gojo a lot earlier, right?
Earlier,
Yeah.
yeah. He got name dropped, but I don't think it was. Actually, I think they had a little bit of him in there.
They didn't really show off his design though. They just name dropped him.
No. Yeah.
Like he was in
Yuta. Yeah,
yeah,
Yuta.
Utah. Yeah.
He actually has more spirit, or no, not cursed energy than Gojo.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, but
crazy.
he was the partner that he used to do his shit with.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't
But
have said that, but hey, fuck it.
we don't give
Not
a
really.
fuck here. We're culture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we watch anime. We don't really care about the fucking communities behind them.
Yeah. But yeah. So, anyways, what's your guys' top picks for anime you're excited for?
I mean,
Go on.
I got two of them that I'm actually really excited for.
Which
really?
ones?
Yeah, you guys already know one of them being the fairy tale sequel.
Eden Zero.
Yeah, Eden
Oh,
Zero.
yeah.
I'm excited for Eden Zero.
That's a sequel?
Which, no, it's not a sequel, but
I was
it's
about to
by
say, I thought
it's
it was
the
like
sequel
another
series.
series.
No,
It's by Hiro Mashima, I think.
yeah, it's by Hiro Mashima. His sequel series to for Fairy Tail. So, like Fairy Tail's art style is heavily seen in Eden Zero because it's almost the exact same.
Well, I mean, that was the same for Rave. What is it, Rave Master? Or what it was
Yeah,
called?
Rave Master was seen a lot. Its art style was seen a lot in Fairy Tail, but then Hiro Mashima just made it a lot more polished.
Yeah. I mean, they
And
even
I
have a
think
fucking crossover event, didn't they?
they had a movie.
Yeah.
And honestly, though, like, I wonder if they animate this right, we should be seeing some characters in the background shots of the anime, like because Eden Zero has a lot of fairy tale characters actually roaming around in the backgrounds, like Natsu and Lucy at a restaurant, Gray and Juvia on a date. So
You know, I just wanted to see fucking you know, instead of getting like a fucking, they have like a sequel series to Fairy Tail with the 100 year quest.
I don't want to
But
see it.
well, I'm reading at the moment. It's shit, but I just hope it turns into, once they're done, I just want to see fucking 10 years later with them having kids or some shit. I want that. Okay, I just want
Oh,
that.
I'll give you that. I do agree with you on that one.
I just want to see what a fucking like what Natsu's kids would be like.
Yeah, we already know what their design would look like. Apparently, Natsu and Lucy will have a daughter. Gray and Juvia will have a son.
Well,
So
we already seen what the fucking Gale twins would be.
yeah, we already know what they'd look like, but I just want to know what their personalities would be like, or what magic they would have. I mean, come on now. Like, it's pretty obvious Grays would have like water or ice base, but Natsu's
Storm
daughter,
magic.
yeah, like what would Natsu's kid have?
A celestial fire dragon or some shit.
Gosh damn it. Celestial Fire Dragon King. Gosh, fuck. or Queen. But yeah, I'll wait before saying my second one. But you guys can go ahead and give your guys' ones.
I think probably the only one is How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. It's really the only ones I've watched out of the whole list.
Yeah.
That was a pretty funny series in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow, you got any you're looking forward to?
No, not at the moment. No.
All right, Underworld.
Well, I think I've besides Record of Ragnarok and maybe one or two more. I can't remember the name of them right now, and I don't have the list for it. But yeah, nothing really nothing stands out to me too much.
Yeah, I actually have two more. One of them being like Megalobox 2, of course, for always. I like any type of boxing anime. I really do. Like Hajime no Ippo, Megalobox. I mean, just those are two up there that are just so fucking amazing. Levius was a good one. But yeah, but besides that, I would honestly say Tokyo Revengers has caught my interest.
What is that
Yeah,
exactly?
I've seen that.
Basically, the main character is at an all-time low in his life, and just when he thought he couldn't get any worse, his ex-girlfriend was murdered by a Tokyo Minagi gang. So he goes back in time to try and save her life by joining the gang
Oh,
that killed her. So yeah,
All right, see that series sounds
I've read
cool.
manga with a similar thing, except what was it? I'm pretty sure like a
Erased.
gang. No. It has like he tries to save his sister and his mother from being raped and killed by a gang. After they cut off his arms and legs and basically forced him to watch because they could. So basically, a spirit of vengeance allowed him to go back in time. Well, no, not back in time, but able to possess a kid who just died. Or possess a kid who just died, and then be able to take his revenge in his body. They try and hunt them down and kill them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be like a lot different, but I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I don't know when it
I'm
airs.
gonna check out the manga actually. I'm gonna check out that manga real quick.
Yeah, because it hasn't aired yet. I think because there's no score yet or anything. I don't know when. Yeah. Oh, it's aired April. It's going to air April 11th. So yeah.
Ooh, comes out in like a week.
Yeah, so look out for that because I'll be doing like weekly reviews on Tokyo Revenge. So Tokyo Revengers. I'm gonna be doing.
I might give
Well,
that a try.
I think it's
Yeah.
my time, boys. So I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, we're almost done with the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'll see y'all later then.
All right, peace, man.
See ya.
All right. We basically didn't have anything else planned to talk after this, but
Yeah.
no, fuck it. Just talk about games and shit actually, because you started making game content.
Oh, I'm going to, but yeah, it's taken a little bit of time. I had to take a
Just to get
break.
everything set up.
I had to take a break from editing Hawkeye. Fucking swear, God, that's taking a lot of work because all the editing and shit that goes into it. Like the what if is over 3 hours long. I had to record like 3 hours of fucking gameplay. The editing is taking the fucking worst amount of time though. But it
Oh,
should.
sounds like you're having fun.
Oh yeah, this should be up for like a few hours after this one. Like depends on how long it takes to fucking render. Shit, that's gonna be like 30 fucking gigabytes.
Oh shit.
God, as soon as you get that video, just fucking delete that shit off your computer because, oh my
Yo.
god.
Yeah, that would. Oh my gosh. Man. Oh, fuck that.
And I've got like currently I've got all I've got to do is just delete the fucking audio files my videos, and that's usually what takes up most of my room. But I need like a fucking hard drive or something just so I can back up some videos and just delete everything.
I need to get like a terabyte fucking memory card to download with us too, because that's fucking swear.
Oh, and I'm definitely gonna need to. Did I just fucking catch a fly from me now? Never mind. Sorry, just a fly fucking buzzing around. I might Mr. Miyagi that shit. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna hopefully try and get a mic before the holidays start up, so I can actually produce my shit at a faster rate and at better quality.
Oh yeah, aren't you planning to do like some Pokemon gameplay?
Yeah, if I can get shit to work properly, because it currently doesn't want to work. Because I really want to try and play Radical Red, which is like a
Gameplay, it's
yeah.
like a hack of Red. So
It's basically like putting it to the most extreme you can. I think there's 3 games that I can run. There's 3 different ones that are like it. I've got Blaze Black 2, fucking Renegade Platinum, which is also a very infamous one for being very hard.
oh god.
Yeah, see, you know how that shit is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've currently got I can get that up and running as well, but I've also Emerald Kaiser. And oh boy.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
shit.
just yeah, I've been trying to get that shit to up and run, but it doesn't exactly want to work for me at the moment. I'm currently having some difficulties.
I gotta get a fucking what's it called? I need to get a better laptop for my shit because honestly, this month I'm gonna have to fucking do like the Nocturne. No, not this month, but it's coming out pretty soon. I'm gonna have to do Nocturne's remaster walkthrough on my channel.
Hmm.
And this month I actually did promise I would do the Mass Effect remake walkthrough. So
Wait, they made a remake for that shit?
all 3 games getting remastered. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I hope it doesn't turn out like fucking Halo.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, I already have it pre-ordered, so as soon as it releases, your boy gonna be on the shit. So.
Oh, I mean,
Actually, hold on. Keep talking.
I mean, you've got the money banked up, so you can easily go look up some new shit if you need to get some.
I might get a fucking Alienware if I'm being honest, because I just need something that has a lot of power in it. But I'm definitely gonna go browse around and just try and find the best deal for the best amount of money.
Honestly, I'd fucking see if I had a lot of money, I could easily just fucking get my uncle to help me build my own fucking setup because he's in IT and shit, so he can tell me how to build a computer for myself.
Yeah, but the deal with that is like since I move a whole lot, because actual job deal until YouTube is able to be my full-time job, which might be happening sooner than I think because like I might go on Anchor since they pay a whole lot more than YouTube does anyway. And you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about all these strict ass regulations. But I mean, I'm definitely not gonna rely on YouTube to be my sole money maker, but
Oh no, of course not.
I am making moves in the shadow to get more money coming in to where I can do this more regularly, full time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my goal is to get out of construction and be kind of like graphic design because I'm really good at doing that type of shit, like Photoshop and all that shit. I'm actually really good at it.
Yeah.
But the deal is, college is so fucking expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a bit better for us in Australia because we don't have as much. I think it is still quite a bit. Our government actually helps us, unlike the fucking US government, where it gives us you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay straight away, but it's easy to pay off because it is. They give you like discounts, and they give you more of a chance of getting into your desired courses depending on which kind of financial background you're from.
Yeah. Me being from a poor fucking family, yeah, not likely.
Yeah, whereas fucking you just need to, even if you have the grades, if you don't have the money for it, you're like, nah, man, you're good and all, but you're not $100,000 good.
Which I wish they would kind of cast people towards their intelligence, because if that was the case, like, I'd be pretty set because I'm actually very intelligent. But no,
Oh,
they
you're the
don't.
only one that can try to explain what the fuck theoretical physics is, and whereas you just have Cliff over here, it's like, what, quantum.
Yeah, gosh, damn. Yeah. Me and you could actually hold a conversation on fucking physics like that. And me, my deal is more of a biological science, like implants, because to make artificial limbs, like Edward Elric has, like how they do it is when your arm is amputated, they actually take the nerve fibers and they tuck it into the muscle in your chest. And then when they put the prosthetic on, they connect the nerve endings to your arm and they run several tests to make sure your nerve endings are sending a fast enough signal to the arm to where it's not that much of a delay. Like, you're always going to have a little bit of lag with a prosthetic unless they put a fucking chip right to your fucking brain. But that has its own difficult problems and stuff. And making robotic organs, while it is something that is being talked about right now, it's a very difficult deal to do. But if they could ever do that, like it would require a whole different deal of problems because EMPs would definitely be banned after that. Like, because you fucking short circuit somebody's internal organs that are robotic and shit, like they die. So,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, trying to go through fucking airport security and shit would be much of a very,
difficult
very big
situation.
nightmare.
Yeah, it would be very difficult. And that would lead into a whole new set of problems that we would have to face. But ultimately, like, it is fascinating to really just look at that and read the new articles on how far they're actually coming and stuff like that. It is very intriguing and thought provoking as well, because you can come up with ideas, designs, and as long as you can come up with a design, how it would work, how it would be the best effective way to go about it, you will actually be very intelligent. But if you ain't got the money, people will really just tell you to shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, you could be the next fucking Senku, Albert Einstein, all that shit. But if you a broke motherfucker, no one's gonna pay you any type of mind.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about society, really.
Yep.
God.
Oh yeah, like the Mass Effect games, they're coming out in May 14th. The remaster, and SMT's remaster is May 25th. So May is going to be a very big gameplay deal for my channel. So next month.
Shit, you know what's kind of scary is that we're already peaking around halfway through the year.
That is pretty scary.
And it's not even like a ironic deal where it's like, oh, wow, it's fucking it's already this time. It's like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like when your parents used to say, "My God, is it that time of year already?" And you're like, "The fuck are you on about?"
And now you finally understand.
It's like, no, I'm too young for this.
I wish I could go back and be younger.
Right?
From the sounds of it, you're definitely pulling a lot of traction when you're younger.
Oh shit, a lot of traction. Not all of it good though.
From what I've heard.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that, but shit. Gosh damn it, no. But no, I'm just trying to get up enough money, go through the graphic design course, get a degree in that, and call that good. Because then I'll be making even more money than in construction what I make right now. So, and plus I'll pretty much be doing my work from home or on a computer. So, yeah, it'll be a 9 to 5 job. Finally, I won't be working no 12-hour to fucking 14-hour shifts, 7 days a week for about 5 months straight. Gosh damn.
Damn.
Yeah,
Won't be working in the fucking mud, digging trenches, pulling fucking electrical cable the size of my fucking head that weighs a ton through the fucking 200 feet in the air. Won't be putting like grounding rods into the fucking ground. None of that shit.
Damn.
Or working in a cooling tower with no airflow, getting heat stroke. So yeah, fuck that shit.
that's the unfortunate bit about like jobs that are like hard manual labor is that you do get paid quite a decent bit, but it's just so grueling and it hurts so bad.
Let me. You don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Because I'm here to tell you. Sure, they pay you like $16 an hour, but that's not enough when people who are getting paid more than you do less work than you.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like some people just there like get paid to boss you around. It's like, how the fuck does that work?
literally, like, yeah, they do a lot of paperwork and shit, but like most of the foremans I've had, except for on this last job, were really just like the sit back, do nothing type.
It's like, hey, bring my coffee. I was like, do it yourself. I was like, I'm the one that fucking bosses you around. That
Yeah,
kind of shit.
yeah, literally. And then you have like the most crooked shit to where if someone's high up in management and you're on the road, not even on their property anymore, but you just pass them on the main fucking highway, which they can't have any say in anything like that. And especially since they're going under the speed limit, you just pass them. And then you come the next day and say, hey, man, you do that again, we're going to fire you. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And all the fucking racist shit that comes from working in construction as well. I just hate it.
Yeah.
Because people think that a lot of racist shit doesn't happen in that, and it does. It does. And it's not always on the parts that you think it would be. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I just hate construction work in general.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to get out of it as fast as I can. But yeah. After all, like, the amount of people that die in construction is just sickening.
Yeah, and especially people that do like well, we call a lot of the construction work like tradie work, but a lot of people that do especially like woodworking kind of shit, it's not too far off to see like if people have stubby fingers because of the tops of their fingers just get fucking cut off easily.
Yeah. We actually had a guy who got his arm blown off because a power line fell on him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that shit's fucking dangerous, but they don't. Like, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, just they tell you it's dangerous, but they don't actually
take
they
it
don't
Warn
back.
you.
actually show you."
Yeah, there's a safety video we have to watch every fucking time, and the video entails like this dude, he's working in there as the power is supposed to be off, but it wasn't. So he goes over there, he flips a switch, fucking arc flash turns his entire body, mind you, entire fucking body, clothes, safety equipment, everything, to nothingness. You don't see the body. You don't see the clothes. You see nothing. It's just disintegrated. It's gone. And
Mm.
people say, "Oh, you get paid enough for that." Bitch, we don't get paid enough for that. We don't get paid enough to deal with that shit. Like,
Mm.
there was one
Yeah,
fucking time.
you can't pay someone enough to be disabled for life if some shit happens because of poor
No,
management or cutting corners.
especially when the fucking client themselves nearly causes their own site to go up while we're fucking working on it. Gosh damn, that fucking pissed me off. Any more time wasted, like if it would have been a second more from them opening up the valve, because they shut the fucking valve and they didn't turn off the fucking products supply. So it kept building up and building up and building up. It shook the whole fucking structure itself. Like we could feel the fucking earth itself shaking. And everyone was just fucking booking it. And if those of you who don't know, if a plant like that goes, it takes out everything. It can go as far as a fucking 100-mile radius. So it's like, and it's instantaneous. There would be nothing left of our bodies. You can't pay me enough, but I have to do it because, like, no other fucking job's gonna pay you enough to go through college without a college degree. So, yeah, there's a lot of shit that happens.
And the funny thing is nowadays that a college degree does not even guarantee you to have a good job.
No, that's the fucked up thing. I mean, they want you to have the fucking highest of degrees and get into millions of dollars in debt. The fuck?
The best part about this, they'll be like, oh, this job doesn't require well, they'll be like, oh, the job doesn't require you needing to have the abilities. And it's like, oh, okay, I don't actually have the things. It's like, well, you're not qualified. I'm like, fuck.
That, and on top of that, like, insurance doesn't even kick in until you're there for a whole fucking 30 days. And if you get injured within that time, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, you either endanger your life, or you have to work a shitty job and struggle all your time, or you have to go into debt and then get a high paying job and be a complete and total asshole. Like, that's just the sad reality of it. Nobody gets to do what they actually want to. And if you actually are at a job where you get to do what you want to and you enjoy it, you're a lucky motherfucker and blessed beyond belief.
For real.
Because it could always be worse. You could be out there with me doing that shit.
Mm.
Yeah, you could see some shit. Especially like a crane lifting up a porta-can while somebody's in there. And then you just see the door swing open. They drop the deal, and the man doesn't even have his pants up over his ass.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at that.
I was laughing.
Oh,
shit.
and the new shit we hear nowadays from YouTube is that if anybody outside of the US is makes money off of it, they get taxed on it on top of the country's tax.
They get double the tax. They get double.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like one of my closest friends told me about this, and he was pissed by hearing this news, and he asked me about it. I was like, no, we don't have the same thing going on over here. And he was like, the fuck? Like, that's some bullshit. Like, what the hell?
YouTube does a lot of weird things, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, just because we don't like it doesn't mean they're going to change things. But the good thing is there's a lot of other alternatives to YouTube popping up nowadays that pay more and have less restrictions. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, all you have to do is just download all my videos and move somewhere else and re-upload them there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about when you have a bunch of competitors trying to take spot of the monopoly is that they often pay more. But YouTube used to pay a lot more because they were a smaller site at that time, and when they started having more money come through, they could afford to give their content creators more money. Now they started cutting back on it.
They can, but yeah. I mean, they have the ability to pay more. They just choose not to.
Yeah, because they want more profit.
Yeah,
and the people that usually making the profit start leaving. I wonder why.
It's no wonder why. They just get paid more elsewhere.
Hmm.
And
It's like people have to go to Patreon or some like YouTube channels that honestly want to do it because they love doing YouTube have to be forced to go into Patreon and shit just to get by month to month.
they do, and that's the fucked up thing. I mean, but it also comes down to can you manage your money and the cost versus the return on the video? Because some people will spend a shit ton of money to get the video done and not make anything back on the return because the video tanks.
Yeah, the video tanks or YouTube is just like, nah, you know what? I don't like it.
Yeah, so
Now they start forcing their own rules, like especially when copper started happening. It's like, oh, what the fuck? It like when you can mark your own shit. I love how I noticed that when I mark my shit as not for children, it says you marked that for not for children, and that just leaves it open. It's like, well, if YouTube goes through my shit and then just says, oh look, this it doesn't have much swearing in it, and it seems to just be a story. I'll be recommend that to kids. Then they recommend my content somewhere else, and it happens to get to like a bit of a sexy part, and I get and I'm just gonna get my ass slapped with a fine. It's like, what the fuck? I told you it's not recommended. It's like, look for your videos, and it didn't seem like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I had that listed.
Yeah, like I have my channel marked as not safe for kids, and that's why my videos have that warning in front of them every fucking time. That way, if YouTube sees that, like literally all YouTube has to watch is the first couple of seconds and say, oh, okay, yeah, this is not for kids. That's all it takes. That's why I do that. It's just a precaution against YouTube because, yeah, and that's why I tend to go way darker with my fucking what ifs and shit. Because I'm not leaving anything to chance. And that's why you guys will never see me play a game that's rated E for everyone.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna bust open the fucking YouTube headquarters and it's like, now we're gonna play a game. Let's see if these fists are rated E for everybody.
Oh, that's the only time you will see me saying, "This is rated E for everyone." Bitch. Just like
Just fucking bust down the door.
Yep, just gonna hit them with a good old some Mac and call it good. Oh
Yeah.
shit! They're gonna feel the other side of my pim pam. You guys think that's enough for today?
Yeah, I reckon that's what we should call it. But
Back to editing Hawkeye. So. All right, people. Shadow and I are gonna go ahead and give our regards, and then Underworld's gonna close us out. So, as always, I've been the Emperor Crown Fiend. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys for stopping by, and remember, we are always the Council of Culture. So, thank you for stopping by.
Yep. I just want to say, hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, Neil before Shadow Critias, I'm out this bitch.
all right, guys, it's been fun. Have a happy Easter, and this has been Sender from your King of Underworld.